What's going on, crypto fam, and welcome back. All right, I want to hop into this video today to talk about the engagement that I've been seeing with Saitama. It's been decreasing a lot, and when I mean decreasing, I'm gonna show you right here. Pretty much, okex, which is an exchange, right? They posted this, and they posted this on March 25th, which was my birthday. All right, they said okex meme token voting. Damn, they even still look at Saitama as a meme token. I didn't even realize that. It says okex meme token voting. You choose, we list. All right, so they give you a list of just different meme tokens, right? And then at the bottom it says any two tokens with 5,000 votes will be listed. Well, pretty much 5,000 or more votes will be listed on okex. All right, so it says right here, shows all of them. Of course, Saitama is in the middle down here. All right, so pretty much in order to have a chance of like getting listed on okex, they actually break it down right here. They said it says Saitama is still in competition for a free listing opportunity with okex exchange. To enter, create an account at okex.com and deposit a minimum of $10 worth of Saitama. As an added incentive, 1,000 random holders who create an account in the next 24 hours from the timestamp of this tweet will be entered to win 5 billion Saitama tokens when the contest is completed and we've earned our okex listing. All right, so it's pretty simple as that. You don't even have to buy any extra Saitama. All you have to do is deposit a minimum of $10 worth of Saitama. So pretty much, let's say you have your Saitama tokens in Coinbase wallet or Trust wallet or whatever. All you have to do is just send, right, transfer your like $10 worth of Saitama over to okex.com, and that counts as a vote, right? So moving on to the next thing, right? We even had Elon Mansour, who's also one of the developers of Saitama, right? And he pretty much shows you just the instructions on how to do it, which I just explained. All right, and then moving on, there's a few people who pretty much came out on Twitter saying that it looks like the developers of Saitama is begging for a listing. And so as of right here, Major Crypto, all right, he says, FYI, the Saitama devs are not begging people to vote because they can't or don't want to pay for a listing. We have a chance at winning a free listing on the second largest exchange. We just have to deposit $10 of Saitama into okex exchange. And then he said pay listings are still coming. All right. So yeah, it was I guess a few people that was saying like, yo man, like, because Russ did announce that he was looking over exchange, potential exchange listings that he he was quote unquote shopping for. And yeah, so a lot of people were like, yo man, what happened to the exchanges that he said he was just going to buy? Like, what's up with these, like, but don't get me wrong, I do agree as far as trying to get free listings, it's kind of like, why not? It's a win-win. And then also right here, same thing, people pretty much, so overall, when you look at the community, you can see so many people who are trying their hardest to put it out there as far as like just spreading the word and trying to have people support it, right? And even Manny the Hitman, another Saitama developer, he posted this. He said, let's do it, guys, we only got 5 hours left. All right. And then he also said, I would like to do a giveaway 100 billion Saitama tokens to 10 lucky people when we list on okex exchange. So what 100 billion Saitama tokens right now would be, it's like $1,000. Yes, so pretty much $100 per person if he's giving out to 10 people. So even he's doing like a giveaway to add more people, right? So the more I started looking into it, the more I started seeing like the real struggle behind the community, right? So I ended up coming up across this post, and somebody asked Manny the Hitman, how are we doing as far as like the voting contest? He said, any updates on our voting numbers? And he said, we are number 4 now. And then just this guy right here says, any change since then, MK? And he says, sadly, still far, bro. Trying my best. All right. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first heard about this exchange listing, like voting competition, I instantly thought that Saitama like would win because how big the community is. The whole fact of having 350,000 holders. I'm like, oh man, they're going to cream this competition easily, right? So just kept moving on. Even Saitama Guru, right, the COO of Saitama, he even posted this. He pinned this on his Twitter account, right? He pinned it. Keep in mind, he has over 158,000 followers on Twitter. It's just it's just not reaching him. But going back to right here where he said 350K holders What a huge accomplishment. Each and every one of you played a role in this milestone. It would not have been remotely possible with Wolfpack, right? So going back to that whole 350,000 holders, which it's not really 350,000 holders, and I'm gonna dive more into that later in the video, right? Coming over here, right? When you come over to the Etherscan and you look at the amount of Saitama holders, it says 354,000 holders, right? But when you really dive into it, it's actually not that correct amount, right? Going to what My Crypto Journey, I know a lot of people don't like My Crypto Journey because he was the main person, you know, like quote unquote fudding Saitama, right? But I'm not gonna lie, man, he does have a lot of facts when it comes to just certain things, and specifically this one right here. He pretty much made a video, what was it, 2 days ago, saying that, you know, Saitama doesn't really have 350,000 holders, and he's actually correct on this part because when you just dive into it, right? When you dive into the video, you know, he was looking at a bunch of wallets, and even right here, as you can see, this person is ranked 292,599. So this is the 292,599th holder of Saitama, and just because they're holding 2 million Saitama, which is like worth 3 cents, they count as a holder. So pretty much, if you don't know, when it comes to crypto, as long as you hold just one token, and especially if these tokens are like, you know, less of a cent, as long as a person is holding one Saitama token, they count as a holder. So when you really look into it, Saitama doesn't really have like an active, you know, 354,000 holders that have, you know, hundreds of dollars in it. It's more so like people who have like all these accounts right here are accounts that have 2 million Saitama, which is worth 3 cents, which is pretty much referred to as dust wallets. Dust wallets are pretty much when people just sell, they sell all their tokens, and there's just some remaining tokens that, you know, get left behind. So they're referred to as dust tokens. So in reality, when you look into this, Saitama doesn't really have like, you know, it doesn't really have 350,000 holders when it comes to like people who are actively like, you know, still holding a valuable amount of Saitama, right? So going back to what I was trying to say right here, right? And I'm gonna show you guys the perfect example right here. I don't know if you guys remember, but when Gate.io, before Gate.io listed Saitama, they ended up having like a sell result type thing, similar to the whole thing that okex is doing right now as far as like the voting competition. Gate.io has something where it was like a startup sale amount, right? And the startup sale amount was they wanted to see how many people were going to, you know, pretty much bring their money and bringing their, you know, just pretty much bringing their just wallets and bags over to Gate.io. So long story short, right, when this stuff happened, there was they give you 2 different number of participants, but I'm gonna just use the lower one to be fair, right? So there was over 12,000, and there was over 12,700 participants for this you know, competition or whatever. It wasn't even really like a competition, it was more just like an engagement thing. So it was over 12,700 people that actually attended this, right? This was back in October 26th. So keep in mind also, and I can't go as far as October 26th, but December 30th, we had 294,000 Saitama holders. So I'm gonna just assume, like, I'm gonna do like a guesstimate and say that we had maybe like around like 200,000 holders, October, 200,000, 210,000, something like that. And we were able to pretty much complete this, right? We were able to complete this, right? It says percentage of succeeded purchases, 98%. It did like really good, right? Even right here, it says the total value of orders that, you know, like as far as the people who came over here and put money in was over $35 million, right? $35 million. That's how much with these, you know, 12,000 participants, right? So you had that much money being into it now. But going back to, you know, this competition right here, the okex, you know, vote listing, potential vote listing for the top 2 tokens, Saitama is like struggling to even reach like the rank 3. Going back to what Manny said, he said, sadly, he said we are number 4 right now. So like Saitama isn't number 1, right? They're not number 2, and he didn't even say they're number 3. He said they're number 4. So they're number 4 out of, they're number 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're number 4 out of 7 other, you know, cryptocurrencies, which is crazy because like if you guys were back then when we were able to get over 12,000 people to participate in this, and now we can't even get like close to 5,000, that says that the community, like the Saitama community engagement when it comes to these type of events and these type of just competitions and stuff has decreased a lot, especially since we have way more, you know, quote unquote holders you know, now than we do back then. That says a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that says a lot. And like I said before, you know, this isn't FUD, this is just facts. And it really brought it to my eyes too. I've already had an idea as far as like dust wallets and stuff. I didn't know it was this insane. Like I didn't know it was this insane. Even when you like fast forward into like the video that My Crypto Journey did, like even when it gets to, I think he went in like 100,000 holders had less than like $15, right? So if 11,000, I mean, over 100,000 people have less than $15, it's kind of like, you know, imagine like the top wallet. Of course, the top wallet, like maybe the top 5%, or and he also said this. He said Awesome Austin has $5,000 worth of Saitama Inu, and he said he's in the 5,000. He's in the 5% of the top holders. So if you have $5,000 at the time of this video, and you're in the top 5%, that says a lot of people who are in the top 20, the top 50, like, you know, the top 75, the people that's all the way in the back aren't really holding as much Saitama. And, you know, it's sad to say, it's sad to see because, you know, just covering Saitama for so long and to just see how like the engagement when it comes to the community just like decreasing literally in front of our eyes, is kind of like, it sucks, man. Definitely sucks. But yeah, as far as the okex listing, that last message that Manny did was like 40, I think it was like 40 minutes ago or an hour ago. So I mean, hopefully, you know, for the Saitama community, hopefully, you know, Saitama reached rank 2 somehow. But in my opinion, I'm assuming that BitGert and Shinja were the ones who got into it, because I already know Shinja, like their community is, they're just go-getters. Like they're just go-getters. And the fact that BitGert, I seen BitGert was ranked #1 on some other top 10 crypto like post. So I'm just assuming that it's BitGert and Shinobi. But we'll see when, you know, the results happen and everything. But as of right now, I don't think okex said anything about it yet. I think they're going to find. I think they're going to wait when they're actually ready to like list them, list the tokens and stuff. But yeah, other than that, I just wanted to, you know, briefly talk about this. Yeah, man, and sad to say too, this isn't the only like, you know, bad thing that I've seen for Saitama. Is this whole entire week hasn't been good for Saitama. Like even the price, we can even check the price out right now. It's been a whole lot of Twitter drama. The price was, I actually seen the price, you know, go below its support level, and it actually added a 0 down here yesterday. It actually added a 0 for quite a while. And then, you know, it, you know, came back up. But keep in mind, we're still down. Like we're still down over 1,000% when it comes to Saitama. We're still down, I would say, about 1,500% since the all-time high. So I mean, yeah. But yeah, other than that, thank you all for watching. I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.